Going live. What's good? What's good, goddess?
Peace, peace, y'all.
Man,
I'm happy to be here. How you feeling?
I'm feeling very energetic from a lot of this shifting, what we call
Definitely.
the energy frequency. So yeah, definitely, man. I have a lot of discussion about a lot of different topics that's taking place, such as like growing, because we in a time of power.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a lot of things that we used to do are it's already been upgraded, such as like did my mic just cut off? Okay, such as the upgrades between uh the evolution of our growth. Okay, because we've been planting seeds for a long time and we've been locked away from our powers for a long time. So 2,000 years is a lot to be locked away from your gifts. So being the fact we have not been using our gifts and we have not been stepping into our power, we let people write the script for us. Okay. A lot of people been writing scripts for us for a long time, and the narrative has been changed. Okay. It's just like I'm gonna use the filming as a tool because we the director, we are the writer, we are the narrator, we are the ones that write the script for the movie. So we have to understand that these people have been writing our scripts for a long time, determine how to use the energy from us. They harness the energy and write our own storylines. So they use that to keep us in control and keep us in these loops and keep us in fracture development, not trying to understand who you truly are. All right. Because our gifts go a long ways. And not only that, the gifts that we have is very important, is very special. Okay. A lot of people been turned away. They don't know where to go. A lot of people frustrated. A lot of people not really knowing what's going on, what's going to take place, the development, and so on. Because the energy of the gifts that we receive have changed. So we are in the golden era of change, which is the development of our gifts, our power within us, the tap in within us. So we have to understand that we are the ones that write the scripts. We are the ones that write the movie for us. You know what I'm saying? You have to understand that when we do meditation is very important because it play a key role. All right. Forget what's going on TV. Forget what's going on lives and YouTube and all these uh tamper with development. They're trying to keep us unoccupied. They're trying to keep us off balance. So we have to understand that when they do that, they take control of the wheel every time. So when we step into our gifts, this is where the change come in at. The power, the structure, the humbleness, the love that we got inside of our chakra, which is the heart space. All right. So we in a development of training ourselves to receive. We didn't took back our power. So now we finna change the script. We finna rewrite everything, and we finna upgrade humanity. Everything's finna evolve. Everything's finna take off. Everything's finna change. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the clouds. You can feel it when you sleep. All right. That's the change, the vibration. You know what I'm saying? Because it's automatically is tampering with your DNA. The mechanism from the change of the frequency, which causing you to move at a rapid speed. Your chromosomes, which is the 666, is moving at a speed of light. It's moving so fast that it's trying to balance us, and it's trying to get us balanced to a point where we have fully control. That's where all this chaos energy is coming from. That's why we seeing in the mainstreams, we seeing it like, they doing it. They tamper with a lot of different things. So definitely, uh-huh. That's why I've been trying to preach that for a long time. People got to understand that this is the development that's taking place. This is what's happening. And this is what it's going to take for us to understand who we truly are. So we have to wind down and tap on into our meditation, because the meditation is a key role. It's the vehicle that we control. It's the scripts that we write right here, which is our brain, our mind. The mind is already open. So we have to understand we are the altar and we are the temple. So everything has upgraded. It's good to, deal with burning candles. It's good to deal with rituals every now and then, but everything has upgraded. So everything has upgraded to here, which is the mind, the temple, okay, which is the source, the connection with your crown, and beyond. So this is where all is coming from now. It's everything's changing. So I'm gonna let Sunshine go ahead and do some more inputs. I gotta grab my headphones.
Oh yeah, peace to that message. That was good to hear. For a long time I've been doing a wordplay with the concept of Anu and being new beings, and coming here to build things anew. So, it's funny. I've been, digging through. It's my simulation that has been reminding me. It's so funny when you pay attention, the things that come to you, right? So, like, sometimes it's just a matter of like reading a book and a part of the book just like sticking out to you through the rest of your life. And then one day you add one plus one to equal two. So, the symbol that I utilize, Sekhmet, I had no idea about her. See, what had happened was I asked my partner at the time, "Hey, can you make a symbol for my business or whatever?" And so this is what he made. No input at all. I was like, surprise me, whatever. And he just made her hair my color, my hair color. I have purple and turquoise hair. And as I dig deeper into like the chakras and my auric colors and stuff, it starts to make sense. But purchased land in Arizona, started having these dreams, right? These dreams were like, I started visualizing what I was supposed to see there. Something told me to read The Alchemist again. I had read it a long time before, and I just remember the gist of it, but it was like, read it again. So I read it again. And I read about the place in the desert, the oasis, and how at the oasis, this was the place where no one could go to war. You had to come here. When you came here, you sat and you behaved civilized. And it was two opposing armies. They were going against each other all day long, and they both ended up at the oasis. And the boy was sitting there, and everybody was drinking tea. He was watching these two opposing armies, and everybody was chill. It was nothing. They literally followed the laws of the oasis. And they even told each other, at the end of the evening, the one army was like, "Hey, I'm gonna leave out, crack of dawn, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning," and the other one was like, "All right, we leave when we leave. I see you out there." And that was just like, I wanted that for the land. I feel like that's essential. That all set, equal energy. Like, you know, I look for that. So, getting digging deeper into the segment, I realized she was in alignment with Virgo energy. And I just so happen to have a sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus all in Virgo. And I'm just like, wow. I bought this land in Arizona in the desert. I'm learning about this. I'm going through these different things. That's a vibe. So I've just been, in my mindset about creating a new beings, new things. Me and my son were, a year ago we were working on creating our own language, but we wanted to learn Latin and a couple other languages first so we could put them together. We was talking about making our own letters and stuff. I'm an 11 life path. My son is a 22. So like, we be having these kind of dialogues, doing stuff totally different, you know, cause what I notice is when I go into these temples and these churches, and it's no disrespect to anybody's walk, but there's a glass ceiling to how far you'll go in your existence. You will only go as far as your comfortability in your indoctrination. You won't go for no back no further than that. And I would say the latest temple I was within was the MSTA. And that's when I got my L and everything, and I went through the whole thing. And I realized there's a glass ceiling there, and it was kind of disappointing because, Noble Drew Ali tells you to study all the books, and I was kind of hoping everybody would go to the Kabbalah and just go crazy, right? But that's not what happened. But if you take it there, it should empower you to move into a space to want to come down here and create a new, because this isn't working. But if you don't want to do it, it's okay because the stars are aligning in our favor, right? Oya is down there in Babalao. Oya is Pluto. Pluto is the goddess of transformation, death, and rebirth. She, is the rise and fall of things. She is the protectors of the cemeteries, the funerals, and the market. So it's funny. Let me tell you a story. I started getting into my draconic chart a couple years ago. It was fun. Realized my sun, moon, Mercury in my draconic chart is all in Scorpio. My Pluto in my tropical chart is in Scorpio. I tell you these things because I have a heavy barrier around my earth, so you can know my chart, baby. You're still not going to get to me. I'm a very powerful being. I know who I am. So I find out about these things or whatever. Fast forward. Oya, her festival day is February 2nd, right? I get into a car accident on 2222. I get hurt. That was when I was on my way to the desert. I was going to leave that day to the desert. On my Sekhmet, I got hit on Oya. So fast forward, Halloween, we're in Oya season. I get hit by a car. I get hit on 8th and Market. Oya rules over the 8th house. She is the goddess of the marketplace. And here I lie. And in all those periods, it's funny because I was on my way to the desert to do anew, right? That goes to show you how high the powers are that are kind of moving against us. Unity is key here. Community is key here. Stars without the constellations is wild. We got to come together on this mindset. It's not enough of us that think like that. We have. I'm so glad you had that download and you said what you said. That's so essential. It's so aligned.
Who was coming in, I was sharing some download knowledge that I received from Ra. The message was that everything has possibly changed and upgraded. So everything has upgraded from candles to the mind. Everything has upgraded from rituals to the mind. Everything has upgraded from everything completely that we know right now exists within us now. We are now the altar coming into the 5D energy, the 5D frequency. We are now the temple. All right. Anything that we speak of goes to the ether. All right. As far as like what we speak, it comes into existence. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me pull out my notes real quick, and I got some other stuff I want to share. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So the camel walk with what you saying. Um, I like that you said Ra too, because I was thinking about that. We've been using the word sun, right? And when you add up the letters of sun, is 1, 3, 5, right? And that equals to 9. Not talking about the womb. So the sun that we have is the womb. But when you talk about Ra, Ra is 9, 1. That brings you to the 10 back to 1. So it's a full complete energy with Ra rather than the sun that we have out here. So as we rise up, you are going to see us align more with Ra than with the sun. And your simulation is going to change with that Ra. The whole point of the game is to align Mayat and your Asar. But you have to do that through your Ra. That's why your sun rules your egos and your experience. And that's the gameplay, right? Over here, they got you always speaking about your sun sign, but you ain't controlling your sun sign. You just letting it control you. And they don't teach you about the rest of the charts about the rest of the planetary placements unless you dig in. And once you dig in, it's a spiral after that. Congratulations to you for the spiral. But like you have to want to do that first. You have to have that like aha moment or something, to you first, because it's so many spells over here. So lately, another spell I've been talking about is getting back to the Kabbalah is how we supposed to be rooted in the cosmos, but instead we rooted ourselves in our flesh. We rooted ourselves in man. You want to talk about your familial lineage, but you don't want to talk about your spiritual lineage and the different lives you've lived and the connection between the lives and the select and like all the energetics, because you're energy first, you're a vibration first, and what you are is you're a vibration that's condensed. Nothing here is real. Everything is condensed vibrations. We manifested this with our thought and our hands, but our hands aren't even really here. So we didn't like, we're really just walking around thinking stuff into existence. You have to take power of that. Like it's so much empowerment in that. And the fact that I could say something, and sometimes it's not always as simple as you say something and it pops up in the thin air. We're not there yet. We'll get there. Don't worry. Uranus is on its way to Gemini. You see what it did in Taurus. We have like thousands of cryptocurrencies now thanks to
Yep.
Uranus and Taurus. So
Yep.
I can't wait till Gemini.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready for the great reset in the internet, and just know when Uranus reaches Gemini in 2026, bro, we got some great things coming, but it has to get dark first. So,
Yeah. There
it's
has to be
cool.
there has to be chaos before balance. What was that?
Absolutely.
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 Yeah, it got
You
to be
know?
chaos before balance. So anything that you see that's out of whack and everything going like real crazy, that's the
Mhm.
frequency doing that. It's pushing the chaos energy to stabilize the timeline, stabilize the balance as well. So
Yeah.
that's what's taking place right now.
But we
So
always knew what to do. But you know what it
yeah,
was? Our parents made it seem like it was imagination. We were kids. I remember myself personally, a couple of my friends. I wish my whole family lived together. I wish we all lived near each other in the same area. We used to make mud pies. We're growing our own stuff. We was mad hype in science class when we was
yeah,
planting stuff, and we had the animals, we taking care of the animals. Like we've been on this, but our parents
mhm,
were like, oh,
yeah,
kid, we can't really do that. That's not really da 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 da. So as we grow into adults, we have that indoctrination. This is how the social construction spell is in our mind, and we keeping it alive, and that's why we haven't moved into physical yet. But I'm letting y'all know right now, y'all wait until stop being reactive. First of all, y'all gonna wait until things get cut off and you have no choice, and you trying to go the long way about it when you can go the short way right now and say, all right,
yeah.
how much
Clear
bread you
that
got
balance.
on you right now? We all
Hmm.
gonna meet up over here. This is what we gonna do, XYZ. But
Yeah,
y'all gotta have these conversations. Y'all not ready to have these conversations. Not, you can pussy for the wet around. It's not that you're not gonna have the choice later, but it's just like it's smarter to be proactive than reactive, especially if you have, beings on this platform that are giving you these messages ahead of time with our gifts. To sit here and listen to these messages and still be like, all right, I'm still gonna do tomorrow. Like that's wild. Like, but okay, do you, bro? um, Oya's gonna go back into Aquarius in November. You on mute, baby? Oya's
everybody got
gonna
to
go.
be prepared for that, man, because
Yeah.
where everything going is the structures is off balance. Like right now, it's just off balance because nobody ain't paying attention. You got a lot of people that still living like a day to day. I'm finna get wasted. I'm finna still club out. I'm still finna party out. But meanwhile,
Hmm.
meanwhile, you got this big old dark cloud that's over you every day outside. You know what I'm saying? Because the weather be changing like that. Like,
You go
man,
outside, you see
I'm like,
it.
don't y'all feel that? Don't y'all see what's going on? That don't y'all understand that there's a cause and effect taking place right now? And the cause and
Hmm.
effect is like the energy's transformation to Mother Earth. Okay, she going through a big transformation, and that transformation is transforming everybody. Everybody constantly evolving. Everybody DNA constantly changing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. Your DNA is being assembled at the speed of light, the way the frequency is going. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's actually trying to stabilize what you have lost, like kind of like putting you back together. Yeah. So that's what's taking place.
I agree. I agree. You see, they had these fires out here in the woods. You go outside, the sky is different. My son is always, he's more sensitive to the air than I am. He's got a lot of fire and air, water, energy. I'm earth. So I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
But
I'm more like the air element of
you're
air.
more like the air.
Yeah. We
Yeah, he a
can we
lot of
can
fire.
we can take the transformation within the air. Pretty much
Mm-hmm.
anybody that's earth, they can feel they can feel like the frequencies that's dealing with earth as far as
I
like
like
they can feel it
plants.
more like the ground wise. They know
Yeah.
what when something's about to occur with the land, like as far as like the water pulling
Mm-hmm.
back, or earthquakes or any type of that encounters that's taking place. Anybody that's dealing with the air, they can understand the air more better. You know what I mean? But in the transformation chart, we really got all the zodiac symbols
Oh
in them.
yeah, you
The
got
main
all
one
of
that we
them.
focus on is the one that was given to us at birth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You got so many. You're a spectrum. That's the beautiful thing. You're such a snowflake. Like just how you have like a whole DNA code with the letters, you got a whole spiritual DNA code with numbers, and you can interpret the numbers. You can interpret them as stars.
yeah,
It's up to you. Just like I said, with the sun being 9 and Ra being 10. And then
yeah.
what I love, why I started using Orisas instead of keep. First of all, it's a lot of reasons why I stopped using Roman and Greek names for the planets and zodiacs, but
Mm,
why I wanted to keep using the Orisas though, because O is 6, and 6 is creation with both sides of the physical chakras. And then Y is Yamaja. Yeah, Y rules over Cancer. That's the third eye chakra on the maternal side. She is mother, that's grandmother that gave birth to the 14 Orisas. So, Y is 7. So I like that whole alignment of how the letters and numbers and putting them into your energy, because we control our simulation. It's what you give life to. If you don't give life to certain things, they no longer exist. I promise you it doesn't, until somebody tries to impress it into your realm. But my throat chakra is so popping, baby, you can't come around here and put nothing in my babble out that I don't want there, or that I'm not going to experiment. Like, oh, I'll try it. Let me see what you're doing over there. But nah, my Saturn is in its home space. My Saturn's in Capricorn. Ain't too much coming over here.
okay. Yeah, that is, man.
Hmm.
As far as like us like evolving, like we really gotta uh do a mass meditation for everybody. I think
Yes.
on a certain date that I'm gonna get with like a couple of my YouTubers and see we can come up with a mass meditation for everybody on a certain day. So that mass meditation can go into the ether. That whatever we speak in our
Hmm.
mind, it can actually transform the Earth gravitational shift, or the pole, or the neutralizing of what we can speak into existence. So that's where the power
Okay,
the
I love
power
that
comes
you said
from.
that.
Yeah, power comes from the soul. So the soul is the power. The soul is the quantum computer. The body is a
Hmm.
quantum computer. All right, and not only that, the body has it gets uploads and downloads just like in computer. All right,
Hmm.
we can give and we can receive, we can change, we can alternate. We have the ether, which is the DNA within our strands of our hair. All right, and the receivers in our hand, we could pull in that energy from certain places of the solar activity that's taking place. And the solar activity really just activation of your your DNA, that junk DNA within you. All right, then
Hmm.
that's when your celestial body come into the activation codes. The activation codes activate a lot of the chromosomes that's been locked up. Just like what I was speaking of, the 666. All right, the six proton, neutrons, electrons, which is the body structure on how it was given. Okay, because there's a lot of things going to come down the pipe and a lot of things going to transform. So just to be on the safe side, this is the warning for people. Go into your meditation and try to be your own film director. I'm using the film director as a tool because when you go inside your meditation, I have to preach this, but they want me to get this out. Oh, when you go inside your meditation, your mind is like the channel that operates on a frequency code. So we can change. every little detail that's going on. We can put our people back in power more the more we
Mm.
tap in. The more we use our power, the more we can combine together as unity. We can use this excess of force to operate on a frequency code. The frequency code is going to push everything to the narrative, and everything to the narrative is going to be stabilizing the film that you put inside your head. Like when I go on my meditation, I have to operate what I want to change. I want to
Mm-hmm.
change. I want balance. I want peace. I want love. I want everybody to step into that power. I want everybody to, you know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly, that's what I'm getting out of. You know what I mean? So that was the message that I got from my higher. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna move
Mm-hmm.
on to other things as well. Go ahead.
I agree with you. It's exciting to hear you say that.
Yeah.
I had a mindset about going out there. I feel like I know that because around the time where I was planning on the land buying and things like that, I was having dreams. Oh my goodness, I had so many dreams. So some of the dreams I was like, we're collectively meditating in this space, and our vibration is matching the vibration of earth, and we open up something. And now you hear about I'm starting to hear about Sedona a lot being, a spiritual ground. And then I started hearing about what's going on with the Grand Canyon, and I'm like, okay, so really if we go over there, we're really going to open up something in the ground. And then I had a dream about, being out there, and because we learn how to control our frequency so well, we're able to put, it's like a motion of like mudras and putting our hands to the ground, open palm, and our faces down. And as we're doing that, we're collectively humming to the same frequency. Oh, my ears are starting to ring. We're humming to the same frequency, and it puts a dome above us.
Yep.
And the dome that it puts above us, we can't be seen. They can't see us. There's no satellite detection. There's nothing. We're not there, you know and we're only visible when we go out of that dome. But that dome is for us. And it's, visitors we get within the dome to remind us, hey, we got you, we here. Like it's an alliance. It's an alliance because we did what we were supposed to do. And I don't think it's just that area in Arizona. I actually ended up getting land. See, the whole time I thought it was called Holbrook, it's called Sun Valley. And I'm like, what a divine alignment. My name is Sunshine. And so I think it's multiple locations. I believe that in all of the different areas, it's time for us to create new rivers. I talked about going down there and creating a new body of water. And what's going to happen when we create that new body of water is it's going to flood. And like you said, it's going to be destruction before it's beautiful. So the flood is going to do some shit. That's cool though, because that's the new river for the next 13. We always move in 14s, 14 stars on Orion's belt, 14 pyramids and temples. Osar was broken down into 13 pieces. The 14th was put upon him. Every major river out here is surrounded by 14 native indigenous tribes to 14 colonies. We have 13 colonies here, DC being piece 14, the phallus being in DC with the waters underneath from Asar. So you have, all of that. We're in multiple dimensions down here on this map as we know it. There's more dimensions out here. I don't know if you guys ever tapped into Beyond the Ice Wall and how those maps are set up, but those are domes. And we made those. We got to go back to being able to make those again. But, we're walking around thinking we're humans first, trying to find spirituality. And that's because that's the simulation you're creating it to be. But we spirits coming through, having fun in the human form, making shit. It's like you're playing Minecraft right now. And,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Yep. Playing Minecraft. But Sep is
Hmm.
it's right here. The Minecraft
Yeah.
is right here, which is the mind. The structure of the mind is so powerful. The mind is the most powerful thing. Okay.
Hmm.
Next to love is the mind. It's the most powerful. All right. Then I got some more downloads too as well.
Ooh.
All right, because a lot of people need to understand and stop to be, gotta stop being so scary. and you got to understand because it take a lot of work to do change. All right, you can ask your ancestors to remove the fear program within you, because that was a download we picked up a long time ago. It went right into our head. We downloaded the fear program that exists within us, and that fear program been doing a lot of trauma. It been doing a lot of things, keeping people sleeping, keeping people away from different things. Just like when your body can heal, your body can operate so fast, your body can do a lot of beautiful things. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that the body can heal itself by itself. We don't need no you know pharmacies and stuff like that, because if if we come into our power, you won't need none of that. None of that don't matter no more. None of that. Because when your body go through the healing mechanism, all right, because you have to understand that a long time ago, but before we were dropped from the higher frequency, we was actually healing ourselves with different mantras and different vibrations was healing us. Even if you break your arm in certain place, they had the healing technique to put that bone right back in place. They had a healing technique that actually grow your hair, uh, cure cure the blindness, or cure a lot of different things with inside of you, illness, disease, you name it. The frequency was that powerful, and we as people, we fell from that. We lost a lot of our memory. We lost a lot of our connections with our ancestors. They were pretty much they kept a blindfold on a lot of that. They kept a lot of things locked up. They kept us away from a lot of very important material that we really needed. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of different things that we can do as people. We are very powerful. We are very powerful souls underneath the human skin. Okay, the celestial, the energy, the soul is unique. It's one of a kind because Source made you that way. He made you into a creator, just like she was saying, Minecraft. Your soul operates like that. You know what I mean? We can build. We build planets. We build. We build people. You know what I'm saying? We help build society, different structures and stuff like that. That was coming from us. That was coming from the heart. That was coming from the channel that we was operating on, the source channel, the energy, the frequency. You know what I mean? So we was very powerful. So not to mistake what's going on, because a lot of people pretty much downplay us and try to take credit for our ideas, ideology, everything. You know what I'm saying? They took all that and hid it and gave you a little bit of the truth. They make you sip a little bit of tea before you can get the full flavor. They were doing a lot. As far as like invoking, you can invoke your ancestors to correct the fear programs. You can invoke your ancestors um to help you channel more information, as far as like working with different energies. You know what I mean? Some people don't like to work with darker energies. You know what I mean? You always have the angels, which we call them angelics. All right, the angelics is very good to work with. You know what I mean? Um, Michael is a good person to work with when you want protection and other different things. He could lead you down a very good path. As far as like you tapping in what's within yourself, because we have to understand this vessel that we live in is not what it seemed to be, but you have to understand what's underneath the skin, which is very important. That's the soul. It operates on the quantum energy of the universe. So that's what a lot of things that we have to understand.
Agreed wholeheartedly. I think I know that we don't really use the correct like labels, words for the things that we can do and the things that we are doing. Like, my bad, my washing machine is on the last spin. I was hoping you was gonna keep going for a little bit. But yeah, like, okay, so like I was talking about how we be hopping like the dimensions and stuff just by hopping on a plane and going over to the next dimension and hanging by those rivers and those tribes and that alternate reality. And that's why the reality of the situation is no matter what continent you on, you're going to deal with the same stuff. You're just going to deal with it in a different culture. So the example that I had used was Tekken. Like, you know how in Tekken, when you fighting in the background start interacting with the fight, like that's literally what it is. Like, it's still a fight, it's still a match. You still fighting this character, you still got the same powers you got, etc., etc. But when you take yourself into another place, maybe your clothes a little different, and then you interact with the background a little different. But like, it's the same thing. You're not going to escape what's going on up here. If you upset up here you're gonna be, if you oppressed up here over here, you're gonna be oppressed over there. If you like, you're gonna have the same situation. So if in your simulation you're this oppressed person and everybody's out to get you and things aren't going on your way, like it doesn't matter where you go, you're always going to be greeted with that same energy of oppression. And also to remind y'all, we are the ancestors. We are the ancestors. So when you out here invoking your ancestors and putting stuff on the altar, and someone like Zenergy comes up, listen, I invoked you, bro. You invoked me. We the ancestor. You the ancestor I asked for. I'm the ancestor you asked for. That's why we aligned. We was talking to each other before we even met, and before the condensed version of ourselves met. That's how a lot of us been coming around each other lately. You've been seeing familiar faces. You walk up to people, you feel this sense of comfort. Because a lot of us come from trauma. It's a reason why you got so much trauma in your roots. That's important. You needed that because you wasn't tapped into your Arisas. You went through all of that at such a young age. And also remember, universe don't care about how old your body is. That's just a condensed version of your spirit. Like when atoms vibrate very high, this is the wordplay here. When high vibrations is what solidifies things. So when you say, hey, high vibes only, high vibration, da, 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 remember, you're asking for physical. You're objectifying when you say high vibes. You're keeping everything condensed. You're rooting yourself in the human experience. It's the low vibrations that bring us back to spirit. That's peace. That's calm. That's the slow breathing, right? You only, all this fast breathing, top chest breathing, that's high vibrations. That's what you keep asking for. You gotta be mindful of like the spells you speaking and stuff like that. And then like, just knowing that like how dope our superpower is. Like, we really invoking each other and we really coming into the physical. And that's why I'm asking a lot of y'all that's out here invoking, I need you to trust yourself. Trust your prayers. Trust what you've been talking about. You watching this podcast for a reason. You see these people teaching you and saying what they saying for a reason. That person that walked up to you in the store the other day and said what they said to you, they said that shit for a reason. These flyers you keep seeing, these posts about people ready for the off grid and everybody's starting to see the same. Yeah, that's for a reason. We know what's coming. But how long you gonna drag your human body because high vibes only, right? How long you gonna keep doing that until you go to the low vibration and do what you're supposed to be doing? Retap in with the Netter rules. Just like what I like of the Kabbalah, the roots are in the cosmos. Keter, which is the root, the feminine part of the root chakra, that's in the crown. You supposed to be rooted up there in Mayat, not down here in constitutions and treaties and shit. What the fuck is y'all doing, bro? Like, this is your simulation. It's people in the world that's not playing with none of that paperwork you're doing, and they still live the life that you trying to live, going through paperwork, getting locked up. You literally control your simulation. You're making all that nut stuff happen to you and the people around you, man, because you still acting like it's somebody's foot on your neck. Ain't nobody foot on my neck. See, that's what I'm talking about, that glass ceiling. Y'all stop at that glass ceiling. I'm like, baby, if you go like a millimeter above, you'll realize you playing with yourself. You're playing with yourself.
Got to make sure you stay balanced, as in like even going outside and getting that connection with Mother Earth and stay grounded, because we are living in a time where they're trying to blow your fuse. They're trying to make you upset. They're trying to make you take you away from where you're truly trying to walk to. And this is the scary part right here, because I get downloads like crazy. Not only that, because I work with angels, I work with Raphael, I work with the best. Um, it showed like, you know, different. I want to take us back to the part where we first was like conceived, the womb, when we came through the woman's gate, which is the portal. Okay, as soon as we had touched down through the gate and we came onto earth, the earth plane, which is the the falling of the earth, which is when it comes from the 33rd. All right, once that frequency has failing, the negative, which is the negative entities, came in and took over the planet. They finessed, they did a lot of manipulation, a lot of uh taking people out of their elements, moving everybody into an agenda, so to speak. And to speak on the poison injections that we had from when we was a, a baby, those injections was for a reason. Okay. And it showed me in the vision that I have about the injections that we had when we was a baby, when we came into the earth. Them injections was really to keep you from your love vibration, to offset and keep you into the negative energy, so you won't have no connection to source. So only thing you can rely on is their connection, which is your energy. Focus on the negative energy. That's what they wanted, because they was trying to use that and learn a lot of things from my genetics, a lot of geo splicing, a lot of the so-called trying to engineer and understand the God within us, the God DNA, because they could never have it, because it's so sacred, it's locked away. You know what I mean? The universe put codes on it where they couldn't even tap into this DNA. You know what I mean? So a lot of stuff that I shared is literally just warning people, because we trust a lot of these so-called faculties, these places. You know what I'm talking about, right? The hospitals. We trust them. We trust them with our own children. We trust them with our own life, and they're not gonna tell you, but it just gonna seem like it's a very uh a place that we truly need, and we relied on that. You know what I'm saying? Because we have failed from our frequency. When we fell from our frequency, that's what we truly were relying on. We were relying on them to take care of us, to get us through this, the so-called the way of life. Okay. Not only that, they was trying to tap into a lot of stuff and understand what makes you so powerful, what makes you so unique about yourself. Why can't I have what you have? They traded their soul for technology. We never did. You know what I mean? It is what it is. That's what the universe always seemed to please, but a lot of people can't be pleased. So the misconception is that we are powerful people, and we have to understand that. And that's why we have to go inside the meditation. The meditation is the very, very, very important thing that everybody must know and know how to tap in. At least try to meditate at least once or twice a day, and try to go outside and get some of that sunlight. Let your kids play outside and get some of that sunlight. And it was an eye-opening experience for me, because I know it's not going to be an easy road for everybody, but you can make it easy for yourself to learn more about yourself and stop being so lazy. Stop being lazy and trusting people with your life. Stop being lazy. That's the one thing that I see. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to stop being lazy. The same way you go to school and we trying to get that degree is the same way we can understand our own bodies, our own mind, because our mind is the most powerful thing. Because the mind got so many doors. It holds the keys to all things you may not even know. Like the Kashi library is right here. All you got to do is, tap on in. You have to train yourself like a Jedi. You have to train yourself like you're going to the gym, like 9 to 5 job. It's the same thing. It's a development. It's the growth that you have to plant. The seed you have to plant in the ground so you can grow and understand more and more and more as time goes by. So the mission is to maintain your meditation. That's the mission.
I was trying to look up something because you were saying how they gave us shots when we was kids, right? So my youngest never been vaccinated, but my oldest, I stopped vaccinating him when he was like 2 because he had a really bad reaction.
You see the difference. Like
Yeah,
they can tap in more faster
yeah.
than we have to pretty much clean our bodies out more because
Hmm.
we got toxified like crazy. Everything them, with the hospitals, you know, it just overwhelming. But
Yeah.
you know, but the way the way they try to do these videos and try to block this mis information, just say allegedly, because that's how they operate. But we have to understand that, yeah, you know,
I agree. And I was trying to look because you said I remember, when Zeke was a baby because I was the only one that had shots. They put them all in his foot.
yeah,
And your foot is a lot of pressure points are in your foot.
yeah,
So,
a lot of chakras is the main chakras is the ones that line up the whole system, but it's more chakras than what it is.
but
And
it's a special part in your foot.
we got chakras all in our hand, we got chakras in our foot, we got chakras inside our livers and spleen, and
Hmm.
you name it, chakras in your ears, eyes, nose, the crown. uh
Yeah, I tell people, I say, think about it like this. All your, or first of all, when we talk about chakras, we're literally talking about chakra systems. So
yeah,
we're only referring to the organ systems. We're not
yeah,
even talking about the organs or the
yeah,
cells that made up the organs or the
that's right.
organelles that made up the cells or the organelles that made up those organelles that made up those cells. Those are all chakras. Those are all chakras because you are just a condensed ball of energy. All your condensation is just a chakra or atom or electron, proton, neutron. That's all you is a floating ball of stuff. You
Yeah,
are energy. You got this. You are an energy, and you have your own like chemical your own chemical name. You're like an element. Your own element. You have your
yeah,
own atomic weight. You have your own celestial DNA, the
yep,
physical condensation. You have, this is how I always looked at things ever since I was a kid when I learned how to do chemical equations. That's how I think about interpersonal interactions. Like, oh, okay, you were fire, I was earth, we created, this over here, but that shit blew up over there, and this over here. Like, that's how I calculate things in my head. But I really wanted to get into what you said about the foot because it's one specific part in the foot that they put the shot in, and that's in the heel. So I looked it up because I don't know the foot pressure point. So I looked it up. That pressure point is the sciatic nerve. That's the nerve that go all the way up your leg to your butt, and it connects to your spine, and it goes up your ladder to your brain, to your cerebral cortex. That's what they get at your foot when you come out the hospital. Because they always put it in that specific spot. How do we remember that? They did a couple on the left foot, a couple on the right foot. It's never the top of the foot nowhere else. It's always that specific spot. And it goes straight
yeah,
into the sciatic nerve. And then they say that these kids not getting autism because XYZ. But the thing about it is the autism backfires because the autism is it's like when they try to do something diabolical and it backfires and they're like, well, we'll just call it a disorder or a disease and we'll shun them. No, 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 no. Star seeds have been born. You have been infecting us with stuff. You woke up some star seeds and now they down here and you can't control them. They don't care about your social constructs. No, you can't touch them. Their energy is very unique. I don't know if you've ever been around people on spectrums, no matter what side of the spectrum or how, whatever they are, it's an energy they have about them. there's some energetic healers here. They're not here for the human experience. They're not rooted in being human and going by the constitutions and the classroom rules and all that. They're rooted in the cosmos because they have like they're rooted in the cosmos. They're not here for that human stuff at all. My condolences to your family and yourself. I saw he said that. The hospital is a crazy place. See, I go in there and I act up because I used to work in the healthcare field. And then my whenever a family member is in the hospital, my family always comes together to go in there and act up. We don't play no games about our family because we don't really like to do the hospital thing. Like majority of my family, we try to have them pass off in the house amongst the family. We don't really do the nursing. We don't do not really. We don't do nursing homes at all. We don't do nursing homes. If you gotta go to the hospital because you sick, go to the hospital, you sick, and then come home because everybody gonna take turns. We gonna be here. We're not doing that. Like that's where we be. So we don't do those facilities, and that's something that we have to get back to though. And it's a matter of trusting yourself. Like like Nula said, like where's your courage? Where's the enthusiasm and the motivation to study yourself so you know how to heal yourself? I got hit by a car in October. This whole time I've been breathing. I fixed my leg. They put a piece of metal in my leg. I fixed my leg. I was breathing into my leg. I was breathing in gold. AU. I was breathing that into my leg, and I was sucking as I was exhaling. I was vacuuming out the pain. I was vacuuming. In my mind, it wasn't a broken bone. In my mind, it was smog. It was smoke. It was soot in my leg, and I had to vacuum that out with my breath. And as I'm vacuuming it out, I'm visually seeing my leg twitching. My muscles are twitching. It hurts like shit. It didn't feel good. It wasn't an easy process. I was crying while I was doing it. I had to stop myself. Sometimes I would do it and it would put me to sleep. I would go to sleep and wake up like an hour or so later. It wasn't a fun task. That's y'all problem. Y'all think everything's supposed to be like frolicking in the fucking flowers. No, it wasn't a fun task. I didn't enjoy myself, but it had to be done. So when I go back to the hospital, they're like, dang, you healing fast. When I'm going to rehab, they're like, wow, you doing stuff fast. Like, ooh, most people when they break their leg and stuff, they gain weight. You over here losing weight and looking more fit. I know, because I'm breathing. And then I said, you know what? I ain't done. I ain't about to just breathe into this leg because it's hurt. I'm about to breathe life into my whole body. I came out this whole situation totally different. Totally different. I was breathing health into my entire being, and you have the power to do that. I'm gonna start breathing into my eyes because my eyesight is trash. I'm gonna stop owning that. I'm working on that, y'all.
Well, yeah, definitely, man. We have to work on our diet as well as people. We got to really work on our diet because we've been trained to like be pacific in that area that way,
Hmm.
because a lot of people won't, they love pork, they love the beef. I understand because we all come from that. We come from the
Right.
scraps that was given to us as slavery. You know what I mean? We come from that mindset. You know what I'm saying? So our body is not capable of sustaining that energy no more. It's time to we have to change it because once you change over, you're gonna feel much better about yourself, and you'll have more energy. A lot of stuff is gonna come to you. You're gonna see the whole changes in the world for what it is. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna change from the heart. It's gonna change from the heart, and everything else gonna fall as one. You know what I mean? Because everybody must understand that we are in a new age. We're not in Kansas anymore. So, like they say on the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore because the times has changed. The evolution of transformation is here. Okay, and you know what I'm saying? Yo, I can remember like probably like a year ago, I felt that change. I felt the change coming in before it even happened. But now it's like it's a weird effect. It feels so weird, but at the same time, you can feel this energy, and sometimes that energy it could be overwhelming. It won't let you sleep sometimes. You know what I mean? But that's when you have to take care of your body. You have to go to a dietary plan. So just ask your ancestors to help you with your diet. When you go into your meditation, say, or just call upon Raphael, because he's a healer, he's a changer. You can invoke him through your head, you can invoke him through your mind, you can invoke him out loud as well, because he's the healing, the angel of healing, the angel of stabilizing balance, and get rid of a lot of the negative and programming your DNA back to the original God DNA, because it's locked. You got codes on your DNA that's locked. So to tap in, it becomes unlocked like a sequence, like a chain of locks, like a vault, because different energies can help you unlock that transformation a little bit faster. That's why when you work with angels, a lot of people don't understand like what these angels are for. Each angel have its own principality, its own way of um like reconstruction of like the way the world evolved around emotions, because different angels help you with different areas. So you have to read up on what angels that uh actually help you with different things. Like I bought a book from Amazon a while back, like maybe a year ago. It's Angels and Sigils. It's a blue book. So I'm gonna show y'all this book that I got, but it got 142 different angels that we can use in our own disposal. Okay, rather it's life threatening, rather it's somebody's trying to make harm to you, because they is not gonna play the radio. They overkill, the same as what a darker spirit would do to you. Angels are very protective. Um, I'm just speaking on just the angels right now, because the demons is very good to work with too. A lot of people is like very scared of that darker energy, but it's a twist to that, because a lot of people don't really know, and people they gonna fight against the dark, because you have to understand your soul have a dark side. Your soul has a dark and a light side. The chaos and the light side is all combined as one. All right, because source made it that way. If we was to walk around here um with the just a straight the light, everything be off whack, off key. That's why it have to be balanced. So that's why the souls like fluctuate like that. You know what I mean? It's made that way for a reason. You know what I mean? Because we may not understand it, but you can understand it just by just elevating, tapping in, and reading, um, understanding like the genealogy behind it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get this book. I'm gonna show you this book real quick.
Okay, peace. That's cool. Yeah. Grounding yourself is important. Learning yourself is important. It's like your body is a vehicle. And when you have a car, don't you have like a vehicle's manual? Don't you want to know how to fix stuff? Learn how to fix your own car. Otherwise, you're going to be going to other people and they're going to fix your car however they want to fix it. And there's always some side effects or effects that come back later on and they like, Or you could just learn how to fix yourself. Meditate, meditate on your driver's manual. You got this vehicle, learn how to drive it. It's more than just the stuff that you got to remember. You literally walking around in your body with the same knowledge of what you've learned when you were 1 or 2 years old, and then maybe again when you were like 13, 14 and puberty started happening. But after that, like you ain't really paying attention to your body and trying to learn the manual to the car. It's still some bells and whistles you ain't touch it, and your body's always transforming. And then it's a matter of eating according to your body. Oh, that's the book.
Yeah, I was gonna let everybody know this the book I ordered a while back on Amazon, which is called Angels, Schedule, and Key Calls.
That's pretty.
This is a very important book for somebody to understand, like, to have some guardian, because we all have angels that actually monitor us, and
Mm.
actually at our command we can call them for different things, like protection and stuff. Just like you are a creator of the most high, and we come from that energy, why would we not have any guardians around us? Those are the guardians. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And at our command, they can really do some damage and really put your life on a course of understanding a lot of things about yourself. And it's like, it's basic stuff in that book, but you're gonna understand it as you go. But this is for the people that truly want to understand and want to upgrade that that figure, that master technology within you. You become your own light, which is
Yeah.
the bearer. We the bearer of the light. We already know what the bearer of the light is.
That sounds like a fun simulation.
Mm. Definitely, man. I like everybody. I thank everybody for coming on this live tonight, man.
Word. Peace, y'all.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for tapping in.
yeah, yeah. This been one of those days that you just gotta relate a lot of different um downloads so everybody can understand what's taking place, because these downloads is very important. If you can share it with the world, you can share it with the world. A lot of people get this information and take it. Some may not, some will, but the road to the one is all connected. It's all connected. It don't matter what
Hmm.
kind of spirituality does. It's all connected.
It really is. It's
Yeah.
all connected. It's all about whatever kind of reality you want to live. Like, what kind of reality? Why not live a reality where you channeling your guardians to do stuff for you? Like, why not live in the reality where you're invoking, the daemons and the angelics? Why not? If you could do that, why not? Like, why would I choose a 9 to 5? That sounds boring compared to to the simulation that I'm doing over here, man. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to do what y'all doing. Like, I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Some people are very happy in that simulation, and I'm grateful for that because, I mean, how annoying would it be to drive in your lane when there's a whole bunch of people trying to drive in your lane with you? Like, come on now, y'all slowing up the telecommunication wires, doing stuff, and y'all don't even really want to do this. Y'all don't really want to be here. Go ahead and go over there. But like, yeah, I think that's a vibe. I can't wait to tap into that more. So what I did was I started I put healing sigils on my leg. And the thing with the sigils, y'all, is not just about writing the symbols. It's your mindset. It's the frequencies around you. See, I did my sigils when I was outside. I was barefoot outside, my feet in the dirt. I had did the healing sigils on my knee and my ankle and my leg where I got my stitches at. So I did the peaceful healing and all that. And it's the order that you write the lines. The lines are not in the order that you would think they are because your hands are indoctrinated. You've been writing the alphabet. So in your mind, you've been trained. Your hands have been trained to move in a certain way that's outside of with the way these sigils are being moved. So it's going to be weird to you at first, right? So, because it's still weird to me, I'm still, getting my hands in motion because I'd be like, no, A is da da da, right? B is da da da. No, we want you to go up and we want you to go this way and that way. Like the
Yeah.
dexterity is different.
I'm gonna
And
show
then,
you something else. I'm gonna show you something else that the angel
yeah,
related to question another the sigil that you were talking about. We can create our own sigils as well.
mm-hmm,
You can actually give the sigil power. Like, I am going to give this sigil power, such and such. And what it is, we putting our intent into that sigil, and that power comes from us. Just like like you were saying earlier, that Minecraft, that's that soul
mm-hmm,
energy from the universe. So when you people got to understand, like, when you make all sigils, like, you can make it any type of way, just like it's your mark, it's your watermark. That's basically what it is, a watermark that we give power to for certain things. Like, I'm gonna make this sigil right here for protection. Then I'm gonna put my intent into that sigil, so it becomes reality. You know what I'm saying? When it comes reality, and the intent of the sigil becomes a part of you. that's the key. That's a God key right there. I had to drop the night on Jules.
I love your keys. This is dope dialogue. I'm really enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself on this platform, y'all. I got a lot of my regular cosmic nobodies up there. I see y'all. I always enjoy myself on this platform, the dialogue and the exchange. And then you know what? You know why I love talking to you? Because I kind of suck your energy a little bit, or at least you give it to me, and I appreciate that. Because my dreams be popping when I get done talking to you. I be, the last time, the last few times I keep going back to the first time we spoke, and you were like, listen, before you go to bed, be intentional. Say, hey,
Mhm.
I want to talk to such and such. Show me such and such. So now it's to the point now I just talk to you. And now people showing themselves to me like I heard that conversation you had. Let me come on, let's talk over there. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, dang, y'all listening too. I thought it was just the government. That's wild.
Yeah, man, because you have to understand, like these certain energies in our body that we can talk to, um,
Mm-hmm.
these energies in our body have conscious too as well. Just like the brain itself, it has its own conscious. It's like an AI that talks back to you. You know what I mean? Same thing with the heart. They all have um the energy of like you can actually talk to them like a regular person. That can seal the energy as in to enhancing the connection to that part of that chakra space. So we got to work on our heart space a lot, and we have to do a lot of work. So we got a lot of work, definitely, man. Definitely. But that's what I wanted to say tonight, and definitely we'll have to do one probably in another 7 days. We'll drop another one. You know what I mean? That's cool. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get some more downloads and just go into my meditation and find more information so I can relate to the people.
Word, peace. I think 8 Lionsgate could be a good day for the collective, but y'all vote on that. Y'all let me know what y'all come up with.
Hmm. Definitely, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this live tonight. And this is Sunshine. This is Z Energy. And y'all must know to stay grounded and have that connection with Mother Earth, that bare connection, that barefoot grounded connection. Respect Mother Earth, and your ancestors go a long way. Love and peace. That's all it is. And you are the creator. You are the creator. Just note you are the creator.
Mm-hmm.
Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody. Peace, peace to all the gods and goddesses. Definitely.
Yes, peace, peace, y'all. Thank you for having me. Zenergy, I enjoyed being here. It's always a pleasure, y'all. Y'all in control of y'all reality.
Yeah.
Be grounded and fuck shit up, y'all. Fuck it up.